Tales from the Grey House, Episode 2, The Gloved Reminder. "Go on then, buddy, knock yourself out," Vinnie said, waving a hand at the cabinet. "Tell us about this Finch dame and her fancy glove." Mordecai Grey gestured toward a long glass case beside a warped mirror. Inside lay a single silk glove, grey, monogrammed with a faint, elegant F. "Ah," he murmured, with the cadence of a curtain drawing closed. "A tale of mystery, and perhaps murder." Vinnie snorted. "What is it with you and these artifacts?" "They remember," Grey replied, "even when people forget." Ruby's eyes narrowed slightly on Grey, as if weighing the truth in his voice. The storm clawed at the windows, thunder rolling over the hills like loose barrels. Somewhere outside, a tree surrendered with a crack that echoed through the walls. Inside, the grey house was dry but not warm. Ruby rubbed her hands, still unsettled by the damp cloth she touched earlier and by what Grey had implied about it. Vinnie drifted along the shelves, trailing his fingers over book spines with titles half faded or written in alphabets he didn't recognise. One wasn't a language at all, just shapes that made his eyes ache. Stranger objects crowded the room. A broken camera resting on sepia photographs. A snow globe showing a mermaid dragging a sailor under. A cupboard drawer that rattled softly, though no one had touched it. They hadn't meant to hide out in a haunted museum, but after a robbery gone wrong and a car riddled with holes, this was shelter, maybe even opportunity. Grey cleared his throat. His gloved fingertip traced the edge of the glass, as if waking the story inside. "She was the one with the money," he began. "Old estate, older pride. Her husband Paul was young, handsome, fluent in flattery, but silent in sincerity. One afternoon she left the house to visit a friend and discuss E.F. Benson's new book. Half an hour later she returned, having remembered she'd left her glove on the bureau. A small thing, but that day it became everything. Paul was not alone. The maid, Evelyn, younger still, was tangled with him as though secrets had no weight. Mrs. Finch, Anna, demanded explanation, screamed, sobbed, clutched at her chest. Her voice weakened. "My medicine, Paul, quickly, it's on the mantel." He didn't move. Evelyn didn't either. She died in the hallway, just steps from the glove she'd come back for. They buried her in silk, both gloves, this one and its mate. Somewhere deep in the house, a floorboard sighed, long, low, almost sympathetic. Grey tapped the glass gently. "Now, here is what the papers missed. The morning after Paul and Evelyn's wedding night, they were found cold in their bed. No struggle, no poison, no intruder. This glove," he paused. When next he spoke, his voice was thinner, "was discovered between them. The stitching worn, dirt on the silk that was not present when it was buried." Ruby swallowed. "So you're saying the glove did it?" Grey smiled, polite, unreadable. "I offer no conclusions, only remnants. You may believe what you wish." Vinnie rolled his eyes. "Sounds like a lover's quarrel and a ghost story had a baby." Grey's smile deepened by a fraction. "That baby," Grey said softly, "was born wearing gloves." Ruby felt a cold prickle up her spine. The rain swelled. Upstairs, the phonograph coughed into life again, a slow, mournful piece, one piano key repeating like a question someone was afraid to finish. "Would you care to see another piece?" Grey asked. Ruby hesitated, her fingers brushing the cloth-wrapped corner of a shelf. "Sure," she said quietly. "What else does the Grey House remember?" Grey paused, a tiny wry smile touching one corner of his mouth. "It remembers what was taken, what was broken, what still waits, and sometimes—" Grey's gaze drifted toward the darkened corridor as though listening for something. "What never was, and never will be, nor should be." A lamp flickered, briefly bending its shadow the wrong way.